Yes, sir. We live, baby. Welcome back, man, to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, man. Here today to bring you another edition of my starting five on DraftKings and FanDuel. Alright. Listen, man. Okay, on this Wednesday, man, we got a robust 10 gamer, man. Just some of my early views, the way I'm looking at the slate right now, man. We already got a few value plays that we know of. It is COVID times. Could be more potentially by lock, but we'll see. Right now, man, it's for the slate for me. It's looking more of like a balanced build for me, man, because we have some solid pay up options, but they in questionable spots, man. What I mean by that is, you just look at some of the pay up options here today. We got James Harden and Kevin Durant, man. Solid plays, but questionable in the sense that Kyrie's coming back, so we don't know what their usage is gonna look like, what their shot volume is gonna look like. It's really gonna it's really in question right now. We know that they can do it, but will they do it, especially in a matchup against the Cleveland Cavs, who they should handle very easily? I just don't know if they're worth paying up for. All right, you have Luka Doncic. He's solid, but Porzingis is back helping him out, and does he need to go that crazy? It should be a tougher defensive matchup. And the Pacers play good, solid defense, man. Brogdon's a solid on-ball defender. So does that hinder him? I mean, but it's Luka. He can go off. He's a triple double potential every time he's on the court, man. It's just, and then you got Dame Lillard down at 10-4, man. Do I want to pay up for him? He's the same thing. Does he need to give us the 70-pointer to beat the Grizzlies, or will it just be a middling 50-pointer, man? So even if you come down to Andre Drummond, he's just outside of the 10K range at 9-9, but you got Jared Allen finally available over there. Does that affect his minutes? Garland and Sexton could be back tonight. That's going to affect some of his usage. So that's just what I mean when I say a lot of the pay-up options are in questionable spots. So for me right now, early on, it's looking more like a balanced build versus a stars and scrub, especially for me today, because this 7 to 8K range on DraftKings, oh man, it's loaded. I absolutely love it, man. You got some great plays in that 7 to 8K range. Porzingis, Oladipo, Jimmy Grant then fell down in there. Capella's putting up monster games, man. You got Lowry and Van Vliet priced down into the 7K range, man. 7 to 8K range on DraftKings is loaded today. That's why I'm going to build the bulk of my lineups, man. I just, early on right now, like I said, provided there's no cancellations or anything, or any crazy news due to COVID. So, but that's just my early breakdown on the slate so far. With that being said, guys, let's get ready to get into my starting five. Before we do, man, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for your boy, man. Turn your notification bell on so you can see me here every slate, man, bringing you my opinions, my outlook on the slate, how I think it goes, and bills and plays of that nature, alright? Also, guys, go follow on Twitter at DFS Goose, man. A lot of times these plays, they change due to game cancellations, postponement, injury news, whatever. Sometimes they hold true, sometimes they don't. But follow on Twitter, that way you can ask the questions, and I'll be glad to respond to any questions you may have about the slate, alright? Now let's look at the starting five for the day. Coming in at point guard, man. Hey, I'm going to Memphis, man. Ja Morant, man. Love him. I think this price is way too low on him, man. You seen him he's coming back into form from his slight ankle injury earlier in the season. At 7,300, at his pace-up match against the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers give it up to the point guard position, man. They're going to need Ja Morant to get going here tonight against this Portland team who packs a lot of scoring punch. So they could use a lot more scoring from Ja tonight. And that's when you see those big upside gains from when Ja give you a 30-point raw point performance and stuff like that. That's when you see him give a monster performance. I like Ja Morant in this spot, especially against Dame Lillard. Ja Morant's another one of those young point guards who kind of gets up for the matchups against the elite point guards in the league. So I love Ja Morant, this 7,300 price tag today, all right? Come in as shooting guard, man. Staying in that 7K range, man. I told you I love it, man. I'm going Victor Oladipo, man. Like him in this spot against Phoenix. Phoenix is a tough defensive team, but I think Oladipo right now is in a great spot for him, man. We talking about a guy who's been rounding back in before the trade. He was starting to round back in the form of his old self, how he looked before the injuries, and now he gets traded to a spot who doesn't have a superstar right now, with John Wall being hurt and Harden being traded away. Wood's solid. He's working his way up to that all-star caliber, but he's not a superstar yet. Oladipo is on the verge of superstardom, man. I think he's back in the place where they're gonna need a lot of usage from him, a lot of scoring to really win games. And with no John Wall, he should handle more of the ball handling responsibilities. You know, he give you great peripherals. Him being the main ball handler gives him more scoring opportunities. I love Oladipo in his matchup against the Suns. All right. Next up, man, small forward today. His value on the board. I'm staying right with him, man. And we going to Portland, man. And that's the guy. He got to start last game. Mr. Rodney Hood, man. He got to start last game, like I said. I saw right at like 28, 29 minutes, approach 30. At this price tag and this matchup, 3,800, man. I like it. I don't see no reason why he doesn't get to start again. The thing with Rodney Hood, you know what he's getting. You know what he's giving. It's all scoring, man. If he had peripherals, great. He could have a big game for you. But he's mainly all scoring. And the good thing about that, he aggressive. He looks for his shot. So hopefully he can continue with the good shooting from last game. I love him at this 3,800 price tag. Like, even if he doesn't shoot that hot, he shouldn't kill you at 3,800, man. Still should be a solid performer for you in this matchup, all right? I like Rodney Hood today. Coming in at the power forward, man. 7K range once again. I told you I love it today. I'm going Jeremy Grant, man. The cash game darling this year, man. He's a walking 40 points, man. And they dropped him down. He was at like 8.2, 8.3 last slate. They didn't drop him down to 7,700, man. He's basically been giving you 40 plus fantasy points all year long, man. I like him, especially in this up-pace matchup against the Atlanta Hawks team, man, who should push the pace for him a little bit, which allow him more shots and a few more rebounds and things of that nature. I love Jeremy Grant in this pace-up matchup against the Hawks, man. All right, coming in at my center, man. My value play today, another one. We're going right back to that Portland game, and we're going the X-Man, Mr. Xavier Tillman, man. He's got to start the last couple games out due to last couple of games due to Jonas Valanciunas being out. I'm sorry. Approaching 30 minutes, man. Solid usage. It's an up-pace matchup against Portland. Listen, man, I love bigs who in up-pace matchups, especially ones this cheap for value, man. Like I said, Portland's not a stout defender. Enes Kanter is definitely not a stout on-ball defender, man. Solid usage, boys. Good shot attempts, man. At 3,500, he's in the same boat as Rodney Hood, man. As long as he get those 30 minutes, man, he shouldn't kill you at this price tag right here, man. He has plenty of upside to boot, all right? I love Xavier Tillman, all right? There you have it, guys. My starting five on DraftKings today: Ja Morant, Victor Oladipo, Rodney Hood, Jeremy Grant, and Xavier Tillman. All right, let's go look at the FanDuel side. But while we do, man, and while you're still here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. All right, coming in at FanDuel, man, you see it holding true to form. Right at the top, man, Ja Morant at the point guard spot and Victor Oladipo at the shooting guard spot, man. Everything I just said about him still holds true over here on FanDuel today, man. Still like the price of both of them coming in at $7,900. Love the price. Like I said, both of them should be needed greatly for their teams to win tonight, man. I like Ja Morant and Oladipo over here on FanDuel, all right? Coming in a small forward, man, Jaylen Brown, man. I like the price on him over here at FanDuel. Really, really affordable for what he's expected to do, man. You know it's no Tatum, man. Kemba still on limited minutes, so for the bulk of the game, it's going to be his show and probably Marcus Smart and maybe some T guys filling in like that to help with the offensive punch. But he should be the the main guy for majority of the game. I think Kimba's on like a 20-minute limit or whatever. So for the bulk of the game, it should be Jaylen Brown's show, man. I love him in this matchup right here against the 76ers, all right? Coming in at power forward, man. Kristaps Porzingis, man. We thought the back-to-back would hinder him, but it didn't. He still saw 30 minutes, so he should be locked in for 30-plus minutes, man. He's looking real solid so far, and he's still working his way back into game shape, guys. So as he gets back into shape, the offensive efficiency should improve. You should see him maybe even push 35-plus minutes, man. I like Kristaps Porzingis. You know what he do, man. He's a stretch four. He gives you solid peripherals, and he's the Robin to Luka's Batman, man. I like Kristaps Porzingis in this matchup against the Pacers, all right? And rounding out on FanDuel, the center, DeAndre Jordan, man. Solid production last game out. Great minutes. I see him in line for that same that same type of minutes output, 30 plus today, because they're gonna need him against the Cavaliers. He's the only big body they have to throw at Drummond, so hopefully he stays at foul trouble. He should be able to see all the minutes he can handle today, man. You know what he's the shot blocker and the rebounder, man. You just hope he gets you about 10 to 15 points with putbacks and oops from Harden them. So really like DeAndre Jordan in this spot, man. Huge upside for this $4,800 price tag, all right? There you have it, guys. My starting five on FanDuel today. Ja Morant, Victor Oladipo, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, and DeAndre Jordan, man. Listen, I am your host, Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS show where chances make champions, man. We hit every slate, man. Y'all green up, man. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's go.